Hello everyone, welcome to our fifth video on the chakras. Today we have reached the throat chakra. Welcome, my name is Jaspir. I help you heal, rise, and live more soul aligned. I don't do the traditional astrology. I combine emotions, feelings, and very soul depth reading to see who you really are at a soul level. Today, first, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching. Like I said, there's only a handful of you as compared to everyone watching, enjoying the K2 or the astrology videos and stuff, because people are more solution oriented. They just want quick fix, the quick little remedies to make life better, get more money and stuff, but nobody wants to work on themselves. But there's a handful of you watching, so thank you so much for watching these videos. And it's really nice to see that you guys are here to learn more about yourself and how your energy works. And today, we have reached the fifth chakra. The fifth in English is known as the throat chakra, and it's located in these nerves here in your neck, in your throat area here, right above your collarbone and below your jaw, in these muscles here, right? Your thyroid gland falls into it. And in Sanskrit, in Indian language, this chakra is known as Vishuddha. And the meaning behind Vishuddha, what it translates into is like a filter, purification center. So this chakra here acts as a filter to the energy that we have been talking, Kundalini rising now, before it reaches to the higher chakras, your third eye and the crown. And it's very important for us to understand this chakra now, because we're moving into the higher chakras, the higher energy centers, because we have passed the heart. Heart is a bridge from the lower chakras to the top. One thing I want to point out, if we work with the three concept, right? So this is the throat, this is the third eye, and that's the heart. So from the heart, the energy goes to the throat to the third eye. But if we close one of them, the energy moves directly from the heart to the third eye. And it's very magical when we practice this. When we're in meditation, 90% of the meditation that people practice is silent meditation. You sit down, whether you're observing the trees and stuff, you're still silent. Or when you're crossed legs and you're in a meditation position, you close your eyes, you close your mouth, and then you breathe. You start to begin your meditation, right? So the first thing we do in meditation is we close our mouth. We don't let any more energy be released from the mouth. We let that energy that has been working from the root to the sacral, to the solar, to the heart, then that energy that's carrying a lot of emotions from the heart now, a lot of love, when it passes without being released from the mouth and it goes into your third eye here, you feel that love. You give yourself a chance to be in the bliss. A lot of people start crying, tearing up during meditation. They feel joy and stuff. It's because they're not releasing through the mouth now. That energy is traveling up and up. So in the yogic world, there are the three nadis, they're called Ida, Pingla, and Sushma nadi. Sushma is the center where the Kundalini rising. It runs along your spine. These are not physical nerves that are scanned in a CT scan. These are energetic centers in the spiritual body. So the Sushma nadi is in the center, and then you have Ida, which is the left side, and it's more of the feminine energy, the softness, and the masculine side is Pingla. So Ida, Pingla, and Sushma. So, and they crisscross at different energy centers. They run like a DNA helix through the body. And then your serpent, your Kundalini energy is right in the center. So Ida and Pingla, they help balance this energy. And when this energy is rising up from the different chakras, it's carrying a lot of emotions, feelings, good, bad, whatever. It has to get filtered here. And it has to get purified. Only then pure energy reaches into your third eye or the crown chakra. So these are very interesting to study when I'm going to do them next week. So today we're just focusing on the throat chakra. So when there's a silent meditation known as Mona. Some in Indian language, it's Mon Varat, the day you're staying silent for the day. You practice silence. Some people have realized how much energy is lost through speaking. Pointless conversation, gossiping, useless conversations, they're not worth it. Save your energy. That's why they say, don't waste your energy on just talking and gossiping. Conserve that energy and give it the opportunity to rise to the third eye. So your throat chakra becomes a bridge between the lower chakras, which is survival, emotions, power, and love, and between the higher chakras, which are intuition and divine consciousness, right? So now for the higher energies to manifest in this world, they must pass through the throat chakra. So it's like, for these higher chakras to start working, there has to be energy that reaches up there, pure energy, pure bliss. And now let's talk about what does a blocked throat chakra looks like, right? We all need to know, like, what are the signs? So the first one, sore throat, jaw stiffness. A lot of people have thyroid issues. Sometimes when you're feeling like you're never heard, nobody cares about your opinions. People have social anxiety. People are afraid of speaking up. People have difficulty expressing their thoughts and emotions. People are always afraid of speaking up because they fear being judged. That's a sign of, these are just some of the signs of underactive, like a blocked throat chakra. Now, what's the opposite? When it's overly active. You can easily tell when somebody's throat is overactive when you just get in a social setting and that person, that individual that just never shuts up. Too talkative. Sometimes people don't even respect when you're speaking. They're always interrupting you. And sometimes you can tell when throat chakra is overactive, people speak without thinking. And people who are lying, people who are gossiping, people who are being overly critical, people who are speaking in their ego a lot, and people who refuse to listen to the other's viewpoint and always refusing to accept opposite viewpoints from other people. Like, they don't respect what others have to say. Now, what's the middle ground? When it's balanced, right? You communicate clearly. You speak with honesty. You're able to express your thoughts, feelings, needs with confidence. You're a good listener and you always respect others' truth as well. You feel confidence in the way you speak, in your opinions, in what you have to share, and you live in truth. You speak truth. You're not afraid to speak honestly without thinking, what will they think? If I speak this, what's going to happen? So it's very important to have your throat chakra, this energy center, cleared here. What happens is this becomes a portal of speaking your feelings and emotions that rise up from the heart. It allows you to express your emotions. But at the same time, the throat chakra, the mouth, is also a divine channel. When you're working with the higher chakras, you're sitting in meditation, you're getting the visions, the higher knowing through the third eye. You're getting the downloads. You're getting the intuition. That must be spoken. That has to be said. And how do we bring that higher knowledge out? We channel that energy through our mouth. And we can only have this awakened when we are pure with ourselves. So how do you purify this chakra, this energy that's always passing through here? The most basic one, speaking the truth. Don't lie. Don't use manipulative words, right? So if we're talking about energy here, speaking the truth, the good energy or the bad energy in our Kundalini, like last time I explained, the heavy emotions that come up from the heart, like the rocks. So energy wants to rise up always, right? Light, positive energy will rise. Dark, heavy energy will sink. And where does it sink to? To your pelvic muscles. So what's a dark energy that'll never make it? Anything that makes you frown. When something, some words, some energy, some thoughts, some feelings make you frown, your smile goes down, that means that's a downward energy. You don't want that. You don't want to be living in a state like that. You don't want you don't want to be around environments, situations, or people that'll make you frown, that'll make you cry, that'll make you sad. You're being pulled down now. You want to be away from that kind of environment. Now, what's the opposite of that? What's the uplifting energy that's going to take you into your higher consciousness? Everybody wants to be there, right? Well, the energy and the words that make you smile. Positive words, positive affirmations, random acts of kindness, speaking the truth, not with others, but also with yourself. That's why spiritual awakening, Ketu Mahadash, and all these things, they help you take the mask off and step into who you truly are. So anything that makes you smile, you're bringing that energy up now. And just simple paying attention to words. Are they pulling you down? Are they rising you up? It's a simple way to clear the energy from here. So, speaking the truth, paying attention to your emotions. Third one, it's very basic, very simple, but silence. When you just sit in silence, the energy centers close, let the nature kick in. Let the nature purify you. When you're moving this energy up through the body, it's going to filter. It's going to filter anything negative inside you. It might get trapped, but I'll tell you how to release it. But the energy rises up into your third eye. And how do you release what's stuck in the throat here? How do you release it? Well, one video when I was doing the Ketu Chakras, I showed you how when I do it, since I'm in my awakening, there's a lot of energy, stuck emotions that come up. They're stuck in here in these veins. I just massage it and then it comes up. If I ever feel heavy, pressing it, massaging it, you'll see the energy being thrown. I'll cough up. But why do we do spiritual rituals? To purify ourselves, right? So what breaks it here? Speaking the truth, vibration. The best one I like is mantra chanting. Like when you're saying spiritual word, religious words, or any type of mantras that you like, the vibration from that helps vibrate your vocal cords and release the stagnant energy that's stuck in there, and they purify you. So mantra chanting, singing, speaking the truth, help you clear these blockages in here. It's a very, very pure filter that we have to go through this detox, because this is the point where our emotional and karmic detox happens here. And when your throat chakra is balanced, this chakra helps you release suppressed emotions, old patterns, and karma. By speaking the truth, mantra vibration, it helps express your repressed feelings that you've always been holding on to. And forgiving others is also an act of purification. When you're honest and authentic in your speech, you remove the toxic and you remove the toxins of lies, manipulation, and self-denial. Those are negative. So this chakra basically demands what? Integrity. If you're lying to yourself or others, it's going to cause imbalance, disharmony in your throat. So for that energy to work, you want to be living in the higher chakras. And you must be on a path of truth, not with others, mainly with yourself first. The goal is to get that energy as soon as possible into your third eye, right? The higher knowing, the higher intuition, the wisdom that everyone wants to feel and express. So how does it reach there? By living soul aligned. We have talked about all the other chakras that we're talking, the throat. So next video, I'll talk about the magic of what happens. This is a point of where the Ida and Pingala, the two energy centers, and the Sushma Nadi pass through. So Ingala and Pita end up meeting here. This is where the masculine and the feminine energy comes in a union and becomes one. Only then can your energy pass into the crown. So in the crown, in the oneness, there's no difference between masculine and feminine. There's no day night in that time space. It's a beautiful place. But to get there, we have to cross certain bridges. So I encourage practicing silence. Give yourself some, not only digital detox day away from your phone and stuff, away from the screen time to conserve your energy, but also days where you practice silence and see how your body feels. Just spend time with yourself and give yourself days when you're just quiet from the noise. Because once you enter your third eye, that's when you get all the answers. You have it within you, but we just never able to make it there. So this is it for the throat chakra. I hope you guys have learned something new, and we'll do the third eye next week. This weekend I'm gonna make a video in Hindi on one of the other that a lot of people are asking about and stuff. So thank you for watching. We'll sum up the throat, the 7 chakra videos by next week. We'll be done. We'll start something new. And let me know in the comments if there's some videos that you guys want to know about, what I should make. I have something in mind, bridging the gap between astrology and spirituality. I'm going to be starting more videos next week once I finish the chakras. And it has been an interesting journey learning about the energy centers and reaching up to the third eye, because once the energy goes from the third to the crown chakra, that's when the real samadhi happens. So it's a very, very beautiful meditative state. But to get there, we have to clean all the other chakras that we have been working on, that you guys are learning. So without taking more time, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something new today. And if you have any questions, do leave it in the comment. And again, to a special few of you, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I do mean that. And I hope you're healing well, learning something new as we go through this series. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and a wonderful day. Happy healing. Thank you.